This is a story of Alabamians caring for the coast. It's the kind of morning poets dream of, another glorious sunrise over the beach at Gulf Shores State Park. But it's not the way the sun breaks over the horizon that has Stan Nassar and Rebecca Brescia out here this morning. They're too focused on the beach itself. Brescia and Nassar are members of the locally based Maintenance and Monitoring Reconnaissance Teams, part of BP's ongoing commitment to the Gulf Coast. These teams are specially trained to patrol the Alabama shorelines and clean up any sign of residual MC-252 oil. For Brescia and Nassar, the story begins hours before sunrise. Nassar is on the road every morning at 3 a.m., driving 42 miles from his home in Bay Minette, Alabama, to the coast. At 4:30 a.m., the two check in at a local staging site where workers gather and wait to deploy to the beaches. At 5:11, the crews load up in vans to begin the caravan to the coast. Around 6, teams begin to arrive at the Gulf Shores State Park operations site and gather for a morning safety meeting. The crews then move to the beach and divide to inspect the shoreline on both sides of the state pier. Over the next 4 hours, crews perform visual site inspections as they trek the shoreline. The workers comb over the sand with nets in hand, investigating and cleaning any material that looks like oil. Brescia works as a beach walker. A local resident who has been a part of the cleanup for 7 months, she says she works because many people depend on the beach. The crew, she says, is a close-knit group with common interests and values. Her husband, Ross Freeman, works as a sandman operator. Nassar has worked as a beach walker for almost a year. He says his family has been visiting the coast for 50 years. By 10 a.m., crews begin to wrap up operations for the day as tourists begin to descend on the beach. Crews dump the contents of their nets into buckets on the beds of UTVs and return to the State Park operations site for pickup. Tomorrow, Brescia, Nassar, and Freeman will be back. Back to patrolling Alabama's shoreline. Back to keeping Alabama's beaches clean.